Go! 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 Hello, everyone! Welcome to the very, very last day of the crowdfund! Hello, Nimby! Hello, Memento! Hello, Nanashi! Hello! My throat is a little sore today. My voice is a little raw. I kind of lost my voice last night, but I will do my very best to be as entertaining as possible. Hello, Pumpkin. He's actually pretty. Long time no see. So, down to the wire, chat. The final 24 hours. Although, now the day is almost over, so how many hours until midnight? It's 5 o'clock now, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 6 or 7 hours until midnight, so it's more like the final 6 or 7 hours. But hello everyone. As you can see, I am very pleased that we are almost halfway there. Oh my god. Happy birthday, Frankie! Oh, happy birthday! Let me grab the birthday hat. I'm in a good mood. We're almost halfway there. So I think I'm allowed to be in a great mood. And I'm hopeful, maybe things will, maybe we'll reach, dare I say, 100%. Maybe, dare I say it, dare I wish to dream? Maybe, I think maybe things can turn around, maybe. So I'm just so happy about that. And I wanted to tell everyone, to let you all know that so far with the funds, I want to let you know everything in full transparency. I have been able to pay for the key art, all of the sprites, all of the backgrounds. All of the background music. One of the backgrounds. Let me see. Key art, sprites, CG, all of the CG, one background, all of the background music, and the teaser trailer. What is left to fund is the voice acting, which is 6K. The rest of the background, there's 7 more backgrounds. The opening movie, the ending movie, and Steam distribution. In all, I think with I'm gonna say with maybe 5 or 6K more, I think that might be enough to cover everything. But I won't have any cushioning, so the rest is just cushioning. But, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself, I'm not gonna be greedy. And I have another presentation for you, chat. I have another presentation. Because we are on the last day, I want to go over the story, the game, the characters, and really appeal to people who've just been lurking in the background, people who are on the fence, who aren't convinced. I am here to convince you why you should believe in my game. Not only do I have experience in the eroge industry, I used to work with Manga Gamer as a beta tester, and I also used to help with the translation work. I was not an official translator, but I definitely helped with the translation work. I've been, an ardent fan of eroge and visual novels for many years now. I learned Japanese just for it. I'm JLPT level 2, at least that's what it said on the practice exam. I'm very, very passionate and dedicated to visual novels. It's pretty much all I play on this channel. I used to run a blog back in 2011, I want to say. Ask Kitty, that's how we met. And, I've just always been super intrigued by visual novels. And 2 years ago, I decided to make my own. And I did successfully. I did successfully make my own visual novel. It shipped last year in October. But I wanted to make something that was entirely mine, entirely me, something that entirely from scratch, So I'm gonna cover a little bit of that in another little slideshow, in a little presentation, in a pie chart, for everybody to to go over. And then, chat, I don't want to dominate the conversation. I want to hear how you are. I want to hear how you're doing. What you got planned for birthday? What do you got planned in general? Also, happy International Women's Day! It's International Women's Day, so I think I deserve a little treat. And that little treat is hopefully getting to 100%. Even if it's like 80%, even if it's like 90%, that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. I just want to earn enough to cover that last little bit we have left. Delicious pie, yeah! Let me show you. I'm just gonna wear this birthday cake hat because I love this hat. I'm gonna wear this hat. Okay, pie! Hell yeah, we got pie! We have a pie chart! So this explains the expense of everything. This little blue sliver here is distribution, Steam. You have to pay $100 for distribution. 60% is voice acting. That's a big chunk of it. So I haven't been able to cover that. But I've been able to cover key art, which is the green. I've been able to cover sprite art, which is the blue. CG art, the black. I've been able to cover that. Background, I've paid for one background already. I haven't paid for the rest yet. That'll have to wait for however much we earn. BGM, I've been able to cover all the BGM. Promotional movies, I have not been able to cover. Promotional movies, I mean like the opening movie and the ending movie. I don't have enough to cover that, but I do have enough to afford the teaser trailer, which is shorter because it's only like 30 seconds long, so it's cheaper. The UI, I've been able to cover the UI. So pretty much all we have left is voice acting and some of the promotional video and some of the background, and that's all. And I know it seems like a lot when you look at the pie chart, but we're already almost halfway there. So I'm so excited. So I hope this answers any questions. I hope this answers any questions about what goes where. And I know what you're thinking. Well, what about? Excuse me, I have to cough a little bit. Told you my voice was a little raw. Well, what about, I know what you're thinking, what about programming? What about, script writing? What about directing and producing? All of that is kind of, sort of, technically free because I am doing some of the voice acting myself. I'm writing the script myself. I'm doing the producing and the script editing and, of course, the directing myself. So that's technically free. And the programming, the programmer offered to do it pro bono at no charge until the game breaks even. And I don't think the game would break even because it's a free game. But, just in case, if and when it did break even, then the programmer would take a percentage. But I'm not including it on this pie chart because, for now at least, it doesn't cost anything. So these are all the expenses. Yeah. And so I am going to, one more time, I don't care if you've already seen this, one more time, I'm gonna talk about the game. I'm gonna talk about the story. I'm gonna talk about the characters. With some visual references now. If you've been here this entire time, then you will probably already know what I'm gonna say. You're gonna know these characters. I don't care. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna try my very best to kind of lure in the last couple people who are hopefully just as excited about this as I am. So let's get started. Captured by the wedding veil. Kindan no Kibiwa. I made this logo myself. It's not perfect, but I think it's okay, considering I made it myself. I think it's okay. The concept is Omegaverse inspired. Not exactly Omegaverse, but my own version of it. Domestic hell is what I call a dysfunctional domestic relationship. Like, I'm dating you because I have no choice. I'm married to you because I have no choice. I'm arranged marriage. It's an arranged coupling, that kind of thing. Or like unrequited love, that's what I consider domestic hell. And then forced marriage. Of course, that's a big part of the dynamic, is forced marriage. I am a huge fan of couples that are like forced together against all odds. Will they make it work? Will they not make it work? I love that tension. I love that interpersonal drama. Ohayo! Hachinichi! 今日はクラウドファンディングキャンペーンの最後の日だよ！8日は元気？昨日はね、お金を貸してありがとうございます。ありがとう。本当に心からありがとう。そしてずっと僕の配信を見るなんて嬉しいよ。今は僕の乙女芸のあらすじストーリーを、みんなのために説明するよ。Forced marriage. I think that was something I said. コンセプトは、無理やりの結婚、そしてオメガバース的な乙女芸。でもユリルと2つあるよ。The summary. 私は花嫁だけど妻にはなりたくない。I'm a bride, but I don't want to be a wife. In a world where people are forcibly arranged into pairs known as family, 家族, regardless of sex or gender, there are two categories. Husbands who enter the rut, or wives who enter the heat. Timid schoolgirl Melissa Bridman is a bride, as of yet unassigned to a partner. You can't see it, but I'm doing like the little air quotes with my fingers. Recently reunited with her older brother, she must navigate her way through bittersweet adolescence and decide for herself whether she has a say in her own future match. 彼女のメリーサー・ブライトマンは花嫁だけどまだ、旦那様がいなくて、最近実の兄が一緒にいるけど、どうやって彼女の未来は何でしょうか？ハッピーエンドとかバードエンドとかどうすればいいの？ Part 2, the story. So that was just the summary. Here's the actual story proper, going into more of the characters. Optimistic and naive, Melissa has just begun attending her new school, where she meets both suitors and seducers, bullies and harassers. While navigating the tempestuous waters of an elite academy, she meets Fuyuko Asaka, or Asaka Fuyuko, the brooding prince of the school, who rejects everyone, yet takes a peculiar interest in her, and the caring, sisterly upperclassman, Mabel Shadan, whose sweet demeanor belies a bitter obsession, all while struggling to reconnect with her older brother, Oleander. As a bride, she hasn't been assigned to a husband yet, and even if she picked someone, her hopes of romance are sure to be dashed. We'll see. We'll see about that. Part 3, we go into the world itself. We explain a little bit about the lore dump. Okay. This is a dystopian world where once puberty has begun and a person comes of age, meaning they have to be 18, each individual is assigned to a family, meaning a government-mandated pairing of two people regardless of sex. No one truly knows how families are decided, but it is assumed that families are sorted according to prestige, wealth, social status, etc. So like the wealthy with the wealthy is basically what people assume how it works. In this hierarchical society that resembles the animal kingdom with a veneer of human civilization, any person can enter a mating period, heat, or rut regardless of sex. In order for this to be possible, everyone is born with both male and female reproductive systems internally, although external genitals vary. So essentially, MPreg is possible. Yeah. In a family, the individual who enters the heat is commonly referred to as a wife, and the individual who enters a rut is a husband. Male wives and female husbands are uncommon, but not impossible. Yeah, smash the gender hierarchy. The goal of a family is to mate, regardless of combinations, meaning male with male, female with female, etc. Unpaired individuals often informally call themselves brides and grooms. Once assigned, they must live together, marry, and mate within 1 year. If not, both are killed. これされちゃうよ. There's no explicit sexual content. That's important to note. There are no age scenes in this. However, trust me when I say I really pushed the limits of that 17 plus boundary. I really pushed the limits. I really did. But I couldn't go further than that for the sake of the voice actors. let's talk a little bit about the characters! This is my character, Shujinko, Meri-chan. So this is the protagonist. This is just a sketch, okay? I'm sorry, all I have is a sketch, okay? CV, Moto Kumakko. In the end, everyone should get along. I want to believe in a harmonious future like that, but... I'm a bride, but I don't want to be a wife. Innocent protagonist, Junsei no Shujinko. Timid and hopeful to a fault, but easily discouraged and often bullied. Ijimekko. Bride. She is 17 at the start. She turns 18 at the end of the common round. Oleander, and I have blacked out. The voice actor, because nobody can know who it is. Nobody can know who it is. Dark Vito, hello! Thank you for the heart. Hello. I am just explaining a little bit about the story. For everybody who hasn't been too familiar with it, I'm like doing a refresher course. And look, we're almost halfway there! It's the final day. I am so excited. Maybe we can get to 100? Maybe? I will hope with all my heart. I will hope and hope and hope. So Oleander Brideman, he is Melissa's older brother. They're not quite twins, but they might as well be. We're already a family, right? Melissa's blood related. Let me say that again. Blood related older brother called Ollie, only by her. Very protective, but slightly sadistic and teasing. Their parents separated and they were forced to live apart for a long time, but now they are very close, and he is a groom. He is the one het option in this game. And the only reason I included a het option is because I wanted to call this an Otome game, not just a Yuri game, so I wanted to appeal to everybody, because if it's just a straightforward Yuri game, it's not going to appeal as much as an Otome game with some het options. Let me get a real quick sip of water. So this is Ollie. And we got Fuyuko, which is the best character in the game. The best. My personal favorite. Fuyuko Asaka, or Asaka Fuyuko. Have you been assigned to a family yet? I'll be your husband. Don't be a brat. A pathetic girl like you. You ought to be grateful that I'm with you. You're the one I hate the most, but I can't be with anyone else. Known as the Heartless Prince, but she is a woman. She is accidentally and effortlessly charming and wildly popular, but she rejects all of her fans. She is serious and stern and can even be cruel, and tries to seduce Melissa with secret intentions. Ooh. Fuyuko struggles with depression, apathy, and takes a path of delinquency and truancy, skipping classes, getting into fights, and smoking. She is a groom. She is 19. She's the oldest character in this game. She's 19. She probably got held back a year because of all the fights she's been in. But she's my personal favorite at the moment. And then we can save the best for last. We got Mabel! Mabel is full of spoilers. I cannot say too much about her. She is the true route. You'll make a wonderful wife one day. Oh, hello, kitty. Hello. Welcome. You made it. I'm really hoping we can get further along. I'm just explaining the characters. You're just in time. I'm just explaining a little bit about the characters, and I'm just about to start explaining Mabel, who is the true route. I guess you call her the true heroine. My voice is a little raw today, so please forgive me. I'm gonna have to take frequent water breaks. Let me get a water right now. But then I'll continue. That's why I don't stream every day. It's hard on my throat. It's hard on my vocal cords. So give me a moment. So we got Mabel Shadow, the headmaster's daughter. She exudes elegance and maternal charm. seemingly kind, gentle, and sweet, but secretly pushy, possessive, and demanding. She is prone to bouts of intense jealousy. She is a groom, and the rest is redacted. This whole redacted part I cannot tell you, nor can I tell you the voice actress or the voice actor. But if we reach if the funny number goes up, you know, we don't have to be 100%. If we reach 90%, even if we reach 80%, I think that might be enough for me to contract these voice actors. Kuroe-san, hisashiburi. 今日は僕の自分の乙女芸のクラウドファンディングキャンペーンだよ。この子は、僕の乙女芸のヘロインだよ。素敵でしょ? Try to convince my friends to send Kumakko money. Don't worry about it. You know, just the fact that you talk to your friends is very touching and very sweet. Just spreading the word of mouth really is the best advertisement, I guess. My dream girl, yeah, of the games cast. Yeah, I'm always kind of torn between Mabel and Fuyuko. I'm always torn which one I like better. I like both of them. Both of them are very attractive to me for different reasons. Mabel, I'm not really too much into like the high femme lipstick lesbian. I'm not really too much into that. I'm really more into the androgyny, the masculine part, the masculine side. But Mabel's personality is very appealing to me. But as is Fuyuko, they're both my favorites, Chad. Don't make me pick. They're both my favorites. These two. Toss up between these two. And I really hope we can get the voice acting unlocked, because I would love to share with you all. You gotta hear these voice actors, Chad. I cannot tell you who they are, but I really want it to work so I can tell you who they are. And if we do get funded, then you know, I've been talking with them. They will probably make announcements themselves at the end of March or even early April, you know? I can't guarantee all of them will make announcements, but at least one or two of them will make announcements, assuming we got, you know, 90%, 100% funded, and assuming I was able to send them the contract, they were able to sign it, we were able to begin recording, which is set to begin March 27th is when we are set to begin recording. So, you know, time is of the essence. It's the final day of the crowdfund, the final, 8 hours until midnight. So, you know, I'm really pulling out all the stops to make this game as appealing as possible. Mabel hits my sweet spot. I'm deeply into the high femme vibes myself, but masculine stuff is great too. I'm a sucker. I love a butch. I love androgyny. I love masculinity in women, just like I like the opposite in men. I like extremely feminine men, and I like very masculine women. So you know, each of them have their good points to me. Hello, Chief Rob! Welcome! You're just in time for the end of the slideshow. I'm just showing off the characters a little bit. These are just sketches, okay? I'm just showing off the characters a little bit, and explaining the story to hopefully, you know, appeal to the final backers. We're at the final hour of our Donothon, and it would really mean the world to me if we could get further along, like 80%, 90%. I'll be happy with that. We don't have to be 100%. I'll be happy with that. And then, you know, if in some miraculous dream world we reached 100%, then we would probably roll over into the stretch goals, which I don't think is going to happen, but never say never, you know? Maybe a miracle will happen. We're almost halfway, so I'm cautiously optimistic. Yeah. So that's it for the characters. That's it for my little slideshow. Let me get rid of all these, taking up the room. And one more time, here's the pie chart. One more time. So pretty much this part of it, the key art, the sprite art, the CG art, the BGM, and the UI and the key art I've been able to pay for using the funds. But voice acting is the hurdle to clear. I've not been able to pay for the voice acting, along with some of the promotional videos, the Steam distribution, and all but one of the backgrounds I haven't been able to pay for. But on the whole, you know, a good chunk of this has been earned to pay off. A good chunk of this has been paid for. It's just a few things left. And I know it seems like a lot, but we're almost halfway there, so hope springs eternal. Yeah, let me go over back to chatting. So that's my spiel, that's my big speech. Yeah. Let me see. I think we have a few things that I haven't done yet. I haven't done insulting the chat. I haven't done insulting the chat as one of the crowdfund rewards. I haven't done chat picks in eroge for me to play on Pomf. What are the other rewards left? I don't remember. I think one of them is sadist roleplay. One of them is chat picks, and eroge for me to play on Pomf. We did the mommy roleplay, we did the Moto roleplay, we did the spicy ramen. I think we might have a few more things. We did the singing. Hold on, let me look it up. No, good point. I have not done the Japanese for 30 minutes yet. I can do that, but I want to make sure chat's okay with it. If chat's not okay with it, then I can make it its own stream, and I can do that then. Oh, okay, I'm seeing role-playing the sadist, the ASMR whispers I haven't done, speak Japanese only, drawing, we did the FAQ, and play the eroge of chat choice on Pomf. Okay, I did not prepare the drawing ahead of time. I should have, but I'm afraid I did not. That's my fault, chat. I'm sorry. But I can do that. I can always do that another stream. I don't have to do it this stream. Well, I can try. Anyway, so basically it's up to you what you would like me to do next, chat. You want to just free chat? That's fine. You want me to do the only speaking in Japanese? You want me to do the sadist roleplay? All of those things. I need you guys to pick a reward for me. For you, really, but for me to do. My stomach has butterflies of anticipation. That means a lot. It's been a very stressful week. It's been probably one of the most stressful weeks of my life. Not including, like, medical emergency stuff or, like, pets dying or something like that. But it's been a very stressful week. And I've been sleeping poorly this week. I've been tossing and turning. Last night, in fact, I was feeling really good about the crowdfund. Nervous, but like tentatively hopeful. And I had nightmares. I had nightmares about the crowdfund that it didn't make to 100%. So like this has been heavily on my mind. But you know, regardless, I'm gonna try my best to make as much as a vertical slice as possible, even if we fail. But the biggest thing I want to conquer now is obviously the voice acting, because the voice actors are waiting. You know, we're scheduled to begin. I have the contracts ready to go. I spent many days looking over the contracts. So, you know, that's just the final, one of the final pieces to slot together. You know, if we can make, I don't know, just a little bit more, just a little further, I'd be really happy if we just make like 5 or 6K more. And I know it's a lot, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Bonk. Thank you. 48%. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Thank you. What did we unlock? I think we're still on tier 2, right? Tier 2? Tier 2 is, I believe, it's the walkthrough, and I believe I'm blanking. It's the walkthrough is one of them, and one of them is special thanks. There it is. Special thanks, the walkthrough are the 2 tier 2 rewards. I don't think we've gotten to tier 3. Tier 3, I believe, is 10,000, right? I don't think we've gotten there yet, but thank you very, very, very much. The Japanese for 30 minutes, why don't I... Well, I'm gonna do a poll. Do you want me to do Japanese or do you want me to insult you? Quiet chat today, that is fine. I'm fine with chattering away because I am nervous as hell. There you go. I'm not gonna do the ASMR whispers today because my throat is pretty sore, pretty raw. Let me get another sip of water. Like last night, I was just trying to talk normally with my family and I couldn't. My voice kept breaking. Ugh. So I want to take it easy. Nihongo dake? Nihongo dake de ii yo. Minna ga Nihongo dake de ii yo. Renchu shinakia. Daijoubu da yo. Ma, minna ga hoshii nara, mochiron Nihongo dake dekiru yo. 50-50? Ooh, we got 2 votes. Somebody is gonna have to break this tie. Dare kana? Dare ka dochi ka erabu kana? We got 2 votes. I mean, I'm totally fine with just speaking in Japanese. What if I combine the 2? I could combine them, but then you probably wouldn't be able to understand it, I would say. And I don't want people to miss out. I don't want people to miss out. Ma ne, Nihongo dake de ii? Ma ne, Nihongo dake de ii nara harasu yo. Looks like Japanese only won, but I don't have subtitles, chat. I'm afraid I don't have subtitles in real life. Okay, Japanese only. That's the winner. Yay! Yatta! 日本語だけの時間だよ。さあ、次の30分は日本語だけよ。みんなは元気？ありがとう、キティ。君の話すのなんてみんな、いや、君の話はみんなに英語で話しているなんて、説明するなんて、ありがとうね。ありがとう。I don't know the word for interpreter, but if you want to, that would be swell. That would be swell. I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna butcher the grammar because whenever I try to improv in Japanese, まあ、みんなは僕の言うこと本当にわかるかな？悩むよ。悩んじゃうよ。とにかくね、今日は僕のクラウドファンディングキャンペーン、僕のユリ乙女ゲーは僕にとってすごく大切な、すごく大事なプロジェクトと思うよ。まあ、なんていうか、ありがとう、ジャックス。ありがとう、ジャックス。Thank you, ジャックス。ありがとう。心からありがとうございます。日本語モード、やったー。本当にやったー。まあ、辞書がなくて、本当に大丈夫かな。とにかく、12月の時からね、僕の次のゲームは何のシナリオかなと考えた。どうかなと考えた。悩んじゃうよ。でもね、僕は考えた。ショータ主人公かな、それともローリー主人公かな、 BL とかユリとか全然わからなくて、でも僕の大好きな憧れるな声優さんたちを手紙を書いた、メールした。でもね、気づいてなかった。素敵な大好きな憧れるな声優さんたちが僕に答えた。すごくびっくりしたよ。まあ声優さんたちの名前を言わないけど、すごくまあ すごく素敵な人と思うよ。まあ言わないけど、名前を言わないけどね、素敵ないろいろな海外のアニメの声優さんたちだ。現人インパクトとか、デジタルサーキスとか、そういうのプロジェクトの声優さんだよ。すごくワクワクな素敵な、なんていうか関係と思うかな。素敵な関係になるかも。僕はそういうの素敵な声優さんたちが僕がディレクトするなんて夢みたい。本当に信じらんない。だからこのゲームはフルボイスになるならすっごく感謝しますよ。フルボイスになるなら僕はまあ嬉しすぎて泣いちゃうかも。まあ夢だからね、ただの夢だけどね、 100% になるから本当に泣いちゃうよ。本当に泣いちゃうよ。まあね、僕は実はさ H シーンが欲しかったんだけど、まあこの声優さんたちがすごく有名な声優さんたちだから、まあこれは NG だよね。これは NG だよね。このエッチなシーンなんてダメだよねと考えたと思った。だからエッチシーンがないけど、これはなんていうかセロ D の乙女ゲーだよ。17プラスの乙女ゲーだよ。エッチじゃないけどエッチっぽいなゲームと思うんだけどね。だってオメガバースとか発情期とかそういうのテーマはやっぱりエロゲっぽいだよ。エロゲっぽい。本当のエロゲじゃないけど、本当のエロゲじゃないけどエロゲっぽいかもね。いや、よくできたキティちゃん、よくできた。うわー早いね。うわー早すぎ。いや大丈夫だよフランキー、大丈夫だよ。でも力を貸しているならすごく嬉しいよ。感謝しますよ。でもできないなら無理しないでね。もう一度言うけど無理しないでね。でもフルボイスになるならすごく嬉しいよ。僕は発売なんかしないけど、声優さんたちから自分の発売できるかも。後でね 100% 後で、声優さんたちが自分で発売できるかな。実はさ、自分の昔のインスピレーションっていうか、まあ日本語の言葉わかんないけど、インスピレーションというか、自分のアイディアは、元のアイディアは、少女漫画みたいなあらすじと思った。少女漫画みたい。ベルバラとか、お兄様とか、良子池田クラシック少女、そういうの感じがいいなと思った。だからね、この主人公はすごく、なんていうか、無防備な子だよ。無防備な子、何もできない、少しだけ泣き虫な子なんだけど、この子はやっぱり、少女漫画、乙女ゲーヒロイン、立派なヒロインと思うんだけどね。でも彼女はやっぱり、すごく嫌な人たち、嫌な関係、嫌な空気、嫌なキャラ、そういうのダークな関係なんて、彼女はやっぱり無防備な人だよ。まあ力がなくて、だからそれだけ、いろいろな人を助けようと考えた、そういうような子だ。 純正な子、素敵な子。でもやっぱり何もできない子だよ。それにヘロウィンさんたちは、まあヘロウィンだけじゃない、お兄ちゃんのからはやっぱりヤンデレお兄ちゃんがいいねと思った。ヤンデレお兄ちゃんなんてすごく素敵だなと考えた。だってインセストイズベストだよね。禁断の愛はやっぱり最高だよと思ったと思うよ。あといろいろなユリルとか欲しかったから、だからなんていうか、男の子とか女の子とかあまりわかんない、そういうのは王子様っぽいなキャラ、王子様っぽいな女性キャラがすごく大好きだから、僕のシナリオの中にもちろん王子様っぽいと初めから考えたんだけど、もっとダーク王子様みたいよね。彼女はやっぱり意地悪な子、やっぱりわがままな子、冬子ちゃんはやっぱりわがままとかサディストとかド S なからすごくびっくりした。それにメーブルちゃんはやっぱり、ストローベリーパニックとかマリア様が見ているとか、そういうの素敵なユーリシリーズのキャラクタータイプと思うよ。メーブルちゃんはやっぱりお嬢様タイプ。でもお嬢様だけどなんていうかわがまま子じゃないよ。メーブルちゃんはやっぱり優しい子だ。メーブルちゃんは優しくて他の後輩たち、応援しているな子なんだけどメーブルちゃんは本当になんていうか、メーブルちゃんは本当にあなたがいなければ私が死ぬ、そういうな子だ。ちょっとヤンデレっぽいな子、このお姉様タイプ。メーブルちゃんはいつもごきげんようとかそういうなフォーマルタイプな子だ。でもお姉様とかお嬢様とかそういうのタイプがすごく大好きだ。プライド高いな人だ。メーブルちゃんはプライド高い。でも冬子ちゃんはやっぱり大嫌い。メーブルはとにかくちょっと水飲むよ。ごめんね。もう30分かな。まあわかんないよ。とにかくメーブルはトルールートだよ。オリアンダーとかお兄ちゃんのルートの後で、冬子のルートの後でメーブルのルート、できるよ。でもメーブルは本当に秘密がたくさんいっぱいな人だ。もう何も言わないよ。でもメーブルは本当にちょっぴりだけ乱暴できるな人かな。ちょっとだけね。これはネタバレなんかじゃないよ。多分ね。どっちの彼が好きかなみんな。お兄ちゃん、この素敵なお兄ちゃんから、それとも、ダーク王子様のから、それとも素敵な優しさのお姉様みたいなキャラ、どっちが好き？まあ僕は実は冬子とかメーブルとかどっちでも好きなんだけどね。まあメーブルは本当に優しいお姉様なんだけど秘密がいっぱい。それに冬子はなんていうか悲しくて暗くて、このなんていうかトラブルタイプ なんというか、冬子はやっぱりいっぱい悩むことがいっぱい冬子はでもねなんていうか悪い子は悪くないよね。悪い子タイプは素敵でしょと思うよ。でもみんなは多分お兄ちゃんとか冬子とかメーブルとか普通のルートはあんまりないよ。僕の乙女芸の中の本当に普通のルートなんかじゃないよ。普通なんか何？普通って何？これはハートフルな乙女芸なんかじゃないよ。これはダークなトラジックなトライスラブライブなんかじゃないよ。これはドラマ？人間ドラマ、ロマンス、そういうのジャンルだと思うよ。もう30分でいいか？僕の日本語はそんなにこれはできるけど、まあ言葉が忘れちゃっただから本当にいいかな。まあ偉いよキティ、偉いよ、できるよ、おーファイト。100% できるならやっぱり2つのキャラ、2つのじゃなくて2つのルートエンディングが欲しいよ。グッドエンドとかバードエンドとか欲しいよ。一つのエンドだけじゃない。グッドとかバッドとかそういうのいろいろなエンディングが欲しかったんだけど、クラウドファンディングはまだ半分だよ。ダーグ聞いてくれてありがとう。ごめんね、今は日本語だけ時間だよ。ごめんなさい。ごめんね、今は日本語だけの時間だよ。でももう48%だよ。48% だよ。もうそろそろできるかな。 100% なんて90% なんて80% なんてできるかな。80% とか90% というか 100% というかできるかな。まあ僕にとってわかんないけど、まだわからないけど祈りしますよ。みんなと一緒に頑張ろうよ。僕は一生懸命頑張ろうよ。みんなのために、そして金田の首輪のために、そして声優さんのためにね。素敵な声優さんたち本当に一緒に仕事したいな。まあ力貸してくださいよ。みんな忘れないでね。お願いしますよ。忘れないで。これは今日は最後の日だから忘れないでね。お願いしますよ。力貸してくださいよ。ちょっとだけちょっぴりだけ恥ずかしいなんだけど、実はさ H シーンが欲しかったんだけど、まあ 100% できるなら H シーンパッチあるかも。なわけないよ。なわけねえよ。多分 H シーンパッチはやっぱり無理。でもこれは夢。ゲームは 100% できるなら、ゲームはゴールデンバースになるなら、大ヒットになるなら、グッズとか作りたいな。グッズとかファンディスクとかいろいろなことが欲しいよ。ちょっと水飲むよ。ごめんね。 ちょっとおトイレ。ごめんね。I'll be right back. We'll be right back. Hello, Ezekiel. 頑張れ、頑張れ。もう一度言うけど、クラウドファンディングキャンペーンの後で 100% するなら、ご褒美できないよ。クラウドファンディングの後で、それにしても 100% できるならご褒美ないよ。だから、今日だけ、もう少しだけ応援しないな。Hello, dog. You came in at the speaking Japanese only for a half hour. I think that was a half hour. I ran out of things to say. My vocabulary is so limited. I can only say so many things. Good job, Kitty. Thank you for helping me translate. But I will translate that last part myself. So, even if we reach 100% after today, if we do not reach 100% today, even if we reach it after today, yeah, you will not get the rewards, I'm afraid. That is why it is so important that we try a little bit harder and get a little bit further. If we can get to 90% or even like 80%, you know, that's good enough for me. I'll consider that a success. We just need to earn like maybe 6 or 7 or 5 or 6 or 7 more K, something like that. We're close, chat. This is the last day, and it would mean so much to me if you could help me with my dream of working with these amazing voice actors, and if you could help me just create and be able to work and being able to bring this story to life. That would really mean so much to me. Indescribably so. I'm already very touched at the turnout that I've gotten. People I've never met before who are saying good luck, I hope you succeed. That's amazing. That's amazing to me. And I know we're not even halfway yet, but considering where we started at nothing, I'm already so happy that we've gotten this far. So if we can just get a little further along, I'm sorry to be selfish, I'm sorry to be greedy, but it's for the game. And I only do this once a year, chat. And it would just mean so much to me. And I'm sure that the voice actor, they would be thrilled. They all love the script. They're all very excited about this project. And I really don't want to disappoint them and say, I'm sorry, it didn't work out. I don't want to do that. It's very important. But from what we've been able to earn so far, I've been able to pay for a lot of the base game. So that already means so much to me. I think it was pretty spot on timing. Good. I was running out of things to say. Good translation. You managed to translate my stream of consciousness babble into something coherent, so thank you. Let me get a real quick sip of water. So that's where I'm at. Would you like to play a game, chat? And I don't mean that in like the Jigsaw kind of way, Billy the Puppet kind of way. Would you like to play a game, something fun, to take my mind off of the crushing pressure that is the looming deadline? Would you like to do that, or would you like to just free chat a little more? Or would you like me to insult you? Would you like me to insult you? Well, that's still something I have to do. I have to insult chat for 30 minutes. I wish I had extra to give over. That's okay. Just spreading the word helps. I know you've been reblogging. That really means a lot to me that you've been able to do that. I need to get a little further. I need to get further and further and further because it's the last day. I don't think we're gonna reach 100%, so therefore it is the last day. So if anyone is waiting for theatrical effect for maximum dramatic impact, don't wait. Don't wait, because then we can spend the rest of the stream celebrating. So please don't wait. And like I said, it's the final 24 hours, and deadlines are looming. Things are closing in. The walls are closing in, chat. The walls are closing in. So it would mean a lot to me and to everyone who's working on this project, the background artist, the UI maker, programmer, everybody. And I worked very hard on the script. I've been working on it since December. I finished it right before the crowdfund. Tirelessly every day I worked on that script. And I would love for that story to see the light of day. Otherwise, it's just gonna languish and my PC is never gonna see the light of day, and I'll be very sad. And I think it would be wonderful if you could all experience this original story that I've written for yourselves. And I want to give that to you. And I also want Moto Kumakko Works to not be associated with failure. That would be great too. Thank you for the little dancing dinosaur emote. I love it, dog. I love it. So cute. Little dancing dinosaur emote. I don't think I have a little dancing emote. I have this thing, which isn't quite the same. Do I not have any dinosaur emote? I have a pudding. Let's get the pudding out. Swap out the cake for pudding. Yeah. My brain is pudding. My brain is pudding. After streaming every day and working on the script for 3 months and negotiating pay for the voice actors and coming up with contracts and, being the producer and reaching out to every single artist I could think of, calling in every favor I could think of, to reach halfway, it It means a lot to me, but my brain is mush. My brain is pudding at this point. I have never actually, on a totally separate tangent, I have never tried this sort of pudding before. I think it's a flan, to be specific. I saw, like flan mix at the supermarket, but I didn't know how it would taste. But it looks yummy. It always looks yummy. It looks like a custard. Don't get me started talking about food, because I will not stop. I guess I must be hungry. But anyway, I would really be so grateful and so happy if we could get, not 100, but close to it. That way, I could go to the voice actors with my head held high, and you would all get to benefit as well. You would get to hear their amazing voices. And this is my opportunity to work with them. I've always wanted to work with them. I've always wanted to direct with them. It's crazy to think that it's even a remote possibility, and it is. It just depends on the outcome here. But I've always wanted to work with them. They're incredible voice actors. You've definitely heard them before. So I'm sorry for teasing them so relentlessly, but that's because I think they're an incredible draw. I think they're a big, star power, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Charm point, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And I can only talk about the same things for so long. So I'm starting to lose a little bit of steam here. Like I said, I haven't been sleeping too well this past week. I've been putting a lot of stress on myself. You probably all know I crashed out. I think on Wednesday or something I took a break, because it was a lot for me. I was stressing so much over it, and that's not good. Not a healthy way to manage a crowdfund. Not a healthy way to manage any kind of workload. But, I'm really proud that I was able to get this far. Even if we don't go any further, but I hope we do get further. Cute dessert head, thank you. I guess you could say I'm sweet. I guess you could say I'm sugary. I guess you could say the proof is in the pudding. Okay, I'll stop. I love puns. And I like to watch them wiggle. But anyway, so I hope we get further, and if only for my mental health. If only for my mental health, I need to navigate it better. But if I could work with these voice actors, it would really be a dream come true. For me, it would help me out with my dream, essentially, of working with these people, my visibility. I was really hoping that my last game would kind of be a testament to my proficiency as a visual novel developer. I was hoping that last game would be enough testament and evidence and proof that I'm able to produce a visual novel and deliver it and, basically man the helm. Director, producer, voice actor, writer, basically prove that I'm competent and I'm able to do it. But it looks like, maybe it didn't work. maybe that last game didn't put me on the map in the way I was hoping. Maybe it didn't prove to as many people as I was hoping that I'm confident and I'm able to be holding my own as a game developer or as a director or as a writer, producer. But I'm hoping, if you played my last game and you liked it, or even if you didn't, that's fine, because this one is all original. I'm really hoping that my work can speak for itself, my quality of work can speak for itself, and my dedication. I'm hoping my dedication can speak for itself, and I'm hoping that will be enough to push us further along. That I believe in me, and hopefully I want you to believe in me to make the best Otome game ever. The best Yuri Omegaverse Otome game ever. Which I know is a niche genre. But Lip Trip is a Yuri eroge, and that came out. And, you know, Kimi no Matoi is a het Otome game. That's gonna come out in like June. I'm so excited for it. I'm super excited for it. And then, you know, there's also Omega Vampire, which is a BL Omegaverse. That old game's got a port to the Switch. You know, Otome games, especially like Yuri featured Otome games, or like Omegaverse style games they are rare, but I want to contribute to it in my own way. And I really, really want to carve out my own place in the pantheon of amazing creators. Good confidence and motivation? I'm glad you think so, because I am terrified. I am shaking. I am shaking in fear. So I'm really hoping this is a good motivator. I hope it's like Graveyard or something, like a great speech instead of just me fumbling around for literacy. You're putting in the work. You're putting in the work. I love it. Putting in the work. Oh my god. I love it. So good. Let me get a sip of water. I'm sorry to take so many hydration breaks. Like I said, my throat is sore. It's pretty raw. I'm sorry. Why don't we play a little bit of a Yuri game? We could play a little bit of Lip Trip, but I would have to stop before we get any further. I'd have to stop before the 8th scene, and that's only a little bit of the common route. But I can play a little bit of Lip Trip, or I can play a different Yuri game. I'm on a Yuri kick today, and I think that'll be a good time to kind of stretch out the crowdfund a bit, because I am really scared of ending the stream and then we don't make 100. I don't want that to happen, so I want to stream as long as possible today. But like, you know, if you're like waiting in the wings with like a wallet full of money, please don't wait. Please don't. Please don't wait. Let's play some Yuri games! Let's get rid of the BGM. Let's pull up Rip to Rip. Yeah. We can only play a little bit of it because there's an age scene right at the beginning. I love it. It's a great game.
Skerasomero.
Skerasomero.
Rip to Rip.
I love this game.
ボスは私の解熱剤。
Highly instrumental, I would say, in the inspiration for my own game. But let's play it a little bit, see how far we get. And I'm gonna be watching the game screen, so if I missed any donations, somebody please tell me, so I can thank the generous patron. You bet I'm just filling up time because I'm terrified of not reaching 100%.
白くまばらな息がかすむ。
Also fully voiced, I think. At least the two heroines and the narration is fully voiced. That's a very spicy game, so I'm gonna have to skip some important scenes.
心臓を叩くように鼓動が早まって、頭の奥にじわりとした不快感がこみ上げた。
One confusing thing is they never explain how pregnancy works in this game. They never explain it, which is confusing to me. I explain it in detail in my game, but they never explain how a woman can impregnate a woman. They never explain it. How does the anatomy work? They never explain it in Lip Trip. Please don't get me banned. Please don't get me banned.
口の端から漏れる吐息は、オフィスビルの無機質な空間とは不釣り合いに高まっていく。
I love the voice acting though.
手に持ったファイルを落とさないように必死に抱きしめて、壁際にふらつく体を寄せた。その拍子に体が揺れて、
Oh,
あ
whoops.
っけなくファイルは床に散らばる。
Why is it repeating? The voice line should not be repeating. There are a couple bugs in this game, I will say.
紙とプラスチックの立てる音が耳の奥に響いた。握りしめたせいでぐしゃぐしゃになった会議資料。
It is so cool that the narration is voiced.
視界の端でかすむ。
I wanted to do something similar for mine, but I already have over 600 lines to record, not including narration, so that's too much.
熱くとろけそうな声、お腹の奥が熱い。
No, we can't show that on Twitter. Not Twitter, Twitch.
ふわりと香るアルコール混じりのミントのような匂い。息を吸う間もなく、私よりもずっと冷たい
I
指先
hate
が
the
手を
smell
取
of
る。
mint. I loathe the smell of mint. And also I had an allergic reaction to it at one point. Like my throat was swelling up, so get away from me if you smell like mint.
気づくよりも早く、まるで世界から隠すように、私の体は壁際に追い詰められた。
Spicy, I love it.
シュッ、じっくりと甘くとろける声に呼応するように、
Her?
指先に体温が宿った。
I like how they capitalized it, like she's a god.
ショーケースそのまま、私は身を委ねるように、口元からこぼれる吐息を飲み込んだ。
Nomikonda. OP? Opening? Yay! So stylish. I love this opening. My precious? Ah, so good. I love this opening. So stylish. So sleek. I always like the bottom character. Rina! She's my favorite. The Omega! Oh! She's Alpha! Rip to rip. So stylish. Look how cool the imagery is! Such a banger. In case anyone is wondering, the cost of an opening like this, I don't know. I would guess at least 800. If I had to guess, at least 800, plus the song itself. The singing, plus the mixing, plus the orchestration. Anywhere from 800 to like 1.5 grand, I would guess, at least, for an opening like that. She's so cute! I love her little pink and the brown hair, so stylish. Just like me. I also have the pink and the brown hair. Looking out from her glass-enclosed meeting room, the neat rows of desks and gleaming monitors are like something out of a TV show. The workers are all dressed in a way that's somehow simultaneously casual and sophisticated. Artfully placed decorative plants spread their lush leaves under the white lights.
さすが都会だ。
It's a far cry from my previous workplace. Having said that, I've been to countless offices for interviews. While I'm taking in the unfamiliar atmosphere, a suit-clad woman enters the room with a laptop under her arm.
お待たせしました。じゃあ、マイグマリノさんはウェブメディア事業部でしたよね。
This is after you complete high school and you become an OL. Setting my lips, painted in my favorite coral pink lipstick, in a determined line I get to my feet. She's so stylish, I love her sense of fashion. Taking a deep breath, I give a little nod to psych myself up. Hi! She's so cute, I love it. Although you probably wouldn't wear something that reveals your shoulders in the office place. Would you? I don't think so.
自体はフリーアドレスになっていて、ウェブメディア事業部以外の隣はと。
She's pretty busty. unexpectedly.
多分業務上の関わりもあるから。
That's the one thing I will knock the art for. They draw the breasts very weirdly. Like the nipples are placed wrong. They look too square, you know, they don't look soft enough. While making appropriate noises to show that I'm listening, I glance around me. New employees must be a regular occurrence, as no one pays me any heed. Everyone focused on the work before them. Oh no, high turnover? That's not good.
私みたいなの一流企業だと今更気にかけられたりしないかな。
Blinking my curled lashes. Ah, she has mascara, so cute. I keep a firm grip on the documentation I've been given. Feeling a little more grounded, I look around again.
あのキャッチコピー、小さい時テレビの CM で見たやつだ。
There's a wooden bookshelf filled with popular travel magazines, and familiar posters adorn the wall above them. Excitement brings a smile to my lips, and I unconsciously step towards the display.
って話聞かないと。確かマイグマさんはこの業界初めてでしたよね。
Miss Sasahara pushes back her short hair and eyes me up. I interview with someone else, but she's probably heard my work history from that.
あ、はい。観光業界ずっと憧れてて。
She's a travel, not an agent, but like travel, what do you call it? Columnist, maybe?
そうなんですか。
Editorialist?
ウェブメディア事業部は内勤ですから、現場みたいな大変さはないと思いますよ。え？
Like a journalist, maybe? The brand new digital media division at one of Japan's leading travel agencies is staffed by an elite few. Or so I was told during the interview. Now I'm getting a slightly different impression from this woman, and I'm a little taken aback.
そりゃツアーのアテンダントとかも大変だろうけど、なんか。
Squashing my feelings, I follow Miss Sasahara until she steps in front of the partitioned desk by the wall. Then she calls out to a woman working nearby, gesturing towards the privacy partition.
すみません。編集長は。
The other woman pushes back her shaggy hair, responding that she's gone straight from a business trip to meet with a partner. Then she adds that the boss mentioned she'd be back around the time HR would be finished with onboarding for the new recruit.
そうですか。さすがアルファ。
アルファ！
気が回りますね。
Miss Sasahara gives a knowing nod, though there's an exasperated tinge to her chuckle.
アルファ。
I was already aware of this, but the word still automatically puts me on the defensive. Swallowing, I instinctively grasped the card holder hanging from my lanyard.
じゃあ、オフィスの説明はこれくらいで、清津編集長が戻るまで先に人事部の研修を終わらせましょうか。はい。あ、それとウェブメディア事業部に限らず、弊社はアルファの女性も多いので、その態度に気をつけてくださいね。
Omega shaming! What is this omega shaming? Oh my god! What is this omega shaming? I hate it. Also, I like how they just assume that she's gay. I mean, it's a Yuri game, so I know, but like, they just make a lot of assumptions. Very rude, very prejudiced. Miss Sasahara's eyes narrow even further. Though she spoke casually, there's a hardness behind her words, and I feel my eyebrow twitch.
はあ、常識の範囲で頑張ります。
Yeah, you should be mad. Of course, as a responsible adult, I have no choice but to force a smile and nod agreeably.
はあ、もう何あのクソ人事。
Flopping face down on my desk, I splay my legs out. My boot heels clack loudly against the floor, but I don't care. Raising my head, I suppress the urge to scream, settling for grinding my teeth instead.
何が態度には気をつけろだ。そっちのが気をつけろよ。人事だろ。
My grumbles echo off the desk, bouncing back at me as though through a megaphone. My head buzzes with the reverberation, and I sigh. I'm gonna take a quick break, water some flowers. We'll be right back. Hopefully, we'll get a little further along.
そのくせあなたはよく使うことになるだろうからってコピー機とかカフェスペースだけはやけに丁寧に説明するし。
Oh my god, I was muted! I was muted the whole time! Oh my god. Hello, I'm Master Andrew. I certainly hope Kumachi and the Kumatis are having a good evening. Thank you. I'm good. I'm just a little nervous. It's the final day of the crowdfund. We're not quite, where I would like to be. We're a little under halfway there, so I'm gonna keep trying and hoping until the very end that we will make it further until maybe 80 or 90%, maybe. That would be good for me. So I'm just a little nervous, but I'm gonna keep trying and hoping to the very end. How are you, Andrew? Right now we are playing a Yuri Omegaverse game, and I'm gonna play until the 2-hour mark, which is in about a half hour, and then I'm gonna call it a day because my throat is pretty raw from streaming so many days in a row. I'm not used to it, and I'd like to rest. If we don't reach 100%, even after today, or rather I should say, if we do reach 100% after today, we will not unlock any of the crowdfund goals. The crowdfund goals are specifically during the crowdfund. And also it would help me secure the voice actors. We are still quite a bit far off from that, so I'm gonna try my very best. I'm hoping by the end of today, all of my work will come to fruition. So I'm gonna keep trying. But how are you, Lore Master Andrew? How you doing? And also, we're playing a Yuri Omegaverse game. I know I already said that, but I don't remember if the microphone was on or not. I'm used to this kind of treatment, but I didn't expect it at my new place of employment. Yeah, very prejudiced against Omegas. Not good. I look at the documents Miss Sasahara gave me and snort. Beneath my name is the word Omega, inscribed there like a brand.
だいたい編集長？もう上司なのに出社してないとか。
The Alpha is our boss. Isn't that how it should be? The Alpha is the boss and the Omega is the... I want to say subordinate? Underling? How would you put it? I've heard my boss is an alpha, so I can already imagine what she's like. Talented and beautiful, operating on another level to us Omegas. At least, what happened to the BGM? There it is. At least pretty much every alpha I've encountered in my 26 years of life has been disgustingly perfect.
それと、ウェブメディア事業部に限らず、弊社はアルファの女性も多いので。
Those words felt like a nail driven through me, pinning me in place. Recalling them makes me frown, gloom rolling up inside of me. Propping my chin in my hand and shaking my highlighted hair out of my eyes, I glare at the wall as though I can see through to the office on the other side.
大手企業は多いって聞いてたけど、やっぱか。
In addition to biological gender, everyone is also assigned a secondary gender in one of 3 roles: Alpha, Beta, or Omega. Most are born as betas, but the alphas, with their superior looks and abilities, are revered by society. Most of the prominent figures in every industry are alphas. In contrast, despite generally being attractive, Omegas like me have a history of oppression due to a particular trait we all share. However, society is progressing with regard to the rights of Omegas, who have traditionally been discriminated against. What happened to the text? Hence, companies are now being required to fill an Omega employment quota. They really could have fixed this. I'm sorry.
アルファが上司って、なんか社会の縮図って感じ。
Thinking wryly to myself, I looked down at the team's organizational structure chart at the bottom of my document pack.
気圧地図か。
Written at the top of the 8-person digital media team is the title Editor-in-Chief and the name Miss Kyotsu. As I'm flipping through the rest of the papers, there's a knock on the meeting room door before it immediately opens. I tense up, expecting Miss Sasahara, but instead it's one of the team members I was introduced to earlier.
編集長帰ってきたみたいだから迎えに行ってくれる？
Yeah, okay.
迎え
Yeah, I guess I'm a chauffeur now.
ああ、雨降ってきちゃったから地下駐車場使えばいいのに、編集長いつも外にタクシー止めるの。
そうですか。
Surely she can deal with getting a little damp.
だいたいお迎えって幼稚園じゃないんだから。
I guess that's part and parcel. The woman quirks one manicured brow, the corners of her lips lifting.
あなたならちょうど手空いてるでしょ？
Wow! I don't like this workplace environment. She laughs, and I feel my eyebrows fly up to my hairline. I force myself to smile brightly at the woman. Miss Okayama, I think it was. Then I jump up so vigorously I almost flip the table!
もう頭きた。
Yeah, bad first day. Bad work environment. I fume to myself as my boots ring out across the concrete floor. My hand tightens in a death grip around the random umbrella I found in the office. Squaring my shivering shoulders, I forgot my coat. I hurry along the mezzanine, trying to stay out of the rain.
上司だかなんだか知らないけど、こうなったら直談判してやる。
That'll go well on your first day. As much as it irritates me to have to complain to an alpha, as my boss, she's the person I should take any complaints up with. Hello, Jax. Welcome. You were there earlier, but welcome again. This is a cute game. I love this game. I just wish they handled the H scenes better. Coming to the bottom of the escalator, I walk out of the building and toward the side road where the taxis stop. So pretty. I love the backgrounds. The road is mostly deserted. I stop in the doorway of the church next to... I stop in the doorway of the church next door to avoid the rain, clasping my card case as though to affirm it's still there.
もし何かあっても薬ならあるし。
After confirming that the 6 little pills are still inside, I take a deep breath to steady myself. Sunset dyes the sky scarlet. The rain is a light drizzle. The street looks like it's been painted in shades of gray, and the dark suits of passing business people are an inky black. I can tell the background artist is totally different from the sprite artist. Look at the people. The light spilling from the office flickers like shrine lanterns. Breathing in the humid air, I close my eyes. But the peace and quiet is momentary. The noise of an engine pulls me back to reality.
あった。来た。
The growl of the engine rips away the calm as the taxi trundles to a stop. Peering through a window, I see a woman of a similar age to me.
この人が清津編集長だよね。
It's gotta be her. The profile I spy through the window makes my breath catch in my throat. My instincts are telling me that this is an alpha. I approach the taxi and hold the umbrella out over the back passenger door. The moment the door opens, words spill from my lips. Oh!
編集長。
Love the CG. Love it. My voice comes out strangled and hoarse. My breath stutters.
あなた、マイグマさん？はい。私、今日入社してきて。
Oh.
それで。
And what? My thoughts melt away as my vision swims. I love this BG too, the BGM. My cheeks are hot. Not just my cheeks, my whole body. I can barely breathe. An ache spreads through my stomach, and the form of the woman, they misspelled that, woman before me wavers.
まさか、ヒート。
Not on purpose. Hatsujoki nanka. これは問題だよ. That's not possible, Arienai. As the strength sags from my body, my boss leans out of the car. Slim fingers curl over my hand on the umbrella, which falls from my grip as the woman supports me.
違います。そんなわけ。
Hello, Magari-kune. You are just in time. We are at a really fun part of this game. Also, I forgot to change the title. This is the final day of my Donothon for my Yuri Omegaverse Otome game. And I'm trying really, really hard. We're not quite at where I would like to be. But this is the final day. Do or die. All or nothing. And so this girl just went into heat. She's the Omega. And this girl is her boss in the Alpha. How are you doing, Margarita-ne?
編集長も私のことオメガだからって。
この子はオメガ、この子はアルファ。やっぱりオメガボスいいね。I swallow again and again, holding back the moans that threaten to spill from my lips. How can I go into heat now of all times?
そんな
I
のあ
love
り
this
えない。
sprite. I love the sprite. Omegas periodically go through a phase called heat, where we're unable to control our sexual impulses. I love it. I love it. I love it. You will be able to see a lot of this sort of situation in my game. During that time, we're in a constant state of arousal, and our thoughts consumed by sexual urges, just like how I'm feeling right now.
ダメ、逃げなきゃ。この人アルファだって。
I love the voice acting. Whoever voice acts Rino, good job. Holding the umbrella over us, my boss regards me with a frown. There's a fire in her eyes that calls to me.
じゃないとつがいにされちゃう。
That doesn't seem bad. There's a fire in my belly and a flush creeping up my neck. Trying to fight against my instincts, I put my hand on my neck, my nails digging into the skin.
はい、すみません。気にしないでください。
I vaguely hear her talking with the taxi driver as I lean against the taller woman who has an arm wrapped around my shoulders.
あなた、歩ける？
Her voice reverberates by my ear as her cool fingers curl around my shoulder.
噛まないで。
I just met you. My voice is hoarse. My boss purses her lips slightly and then removes her arm from my shoulder, instead taking hold of my clammy, dangling hand.
とにかく人のいないところに行かないと。
A scent of sweet honey and refreshing mint wafts over me, growing stronger as I lean in towards it.
抑制剤は？
Hello! I'm doing good. Sorry I didn't answer sooner. I sent that message, then hopped in the shower. I get the feeling these ladies are gonna need a shower at this rate, too. Probably very soon. I'm gonna have to stop gameplay soon, before we get into an H scene.
あります。
Hope you had a fun shower. Over her shoulder, I can see other people around us, and their gazes make me shiver.
私本当に今ヒートになっちゃってるんだ。
I must be giving off alpha-attracting pheromones. Just the thought of a passing alpha forcefully claiming me makes my chest blaze uncomfortably. Ero!
弊社はアルファの女性
We
も
don't
多い
need
の
two
で、
flashbacks to the same conversation twice.
態度に気をつけてくださいね。
Those words from earlier come back to me. I bite down on my tongue, fighting desperately to stay in control, and grimace at the dull pain.
早く薬飲まなきゃ。
Pushing her away, I grab the pass holder hanging around my neck and frantically pull out a pill. It is Eroi. I toss it into my mouth and swallow. Once the bitter taste passes, I sigh.
嘘。
Usually, my symptoms would lessen within seconds of taking the medicine, and my heat would subside a few minutes later. But this time, my heart continues to pound. It's because she is too attractive. Right in front of you, too attractive. Spontaneous heat, so hot. The miracle medicine we Omegas rely on to suppress our heat isn't working. Lessen? Oh, you're right. Would lessen. You're completely right. There are a couple typos in this, a couple grammatical issues with this.
このままじゃダメなのに。
こっち来て。
I'll do anything for you, Chizu. Her voice quivers as she takes me by my trembling hand. I'm powerless to resist, unable to do anything but moan as the feel of her cool fingers on mine. When we reach the elevator, my boss folds up the umbrella and slams the button for going up. No, I'm glad you caught it. I didn't catch it. Good job. As soon as it arrives, she hustles me inside. The second the door closes, she turns to me. Her gaze is heated. Her fingers on mine are cool. She hasn't pressed a floor button.
とりあえずビルの警備室に連絡するから。
Why do you need to contact security? When she makes, is it because just so I have somewhere emptied? to be. When she makes to leave the elevator, my body moves automatically.
Nani?
Oh! Alright, I can't continue any further. I'm sorry. I can't continue any further. Sorry. You can guess what happens next. You can guess what happens next. Okay, let me close that. Sorry, I can't show you the H scene in the elevator, but it's hot. Alright, chat. Well, I'm afraid it looks like this is it. I'm sorry that we didn't get much further. The BGM is totally a bop. I love the soundtrack for Lip Trip. It is so good. And I like the story. I like the characters. It's really short though. But you should play it. It's good. I strongly recommend it. But it looks like we're just about winding down to a close here. And the only thing I can offer is an apology. The only thing I can offer is that I am really, really sorry that I did not get to where I wanted to. I'm really, really sorry that I wanted to get further. I really so badly wanted to get these voice actors. And I so badly wanted to be able to pay for everything, like the backgrounds and the opening movie and everything. And I'm sorry I didn't do a good enough job marketing it. I'm sorry I didn't do a good enough job promoting it. I really, 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 really tried. And I'm sorry it didn't work out. It's okay, you managed a lot in just a few days. I guess, but I can't help feeling that I didn't do a very good job. Because, you know, if we could have had just 4K more, just 5K more, you know, a little bit more, then we could have gone further, you know? And then the game would have been able to been made, you know? I mean, I'm still gonna try my best. I'm still gonna try my best to commission as much as I can. But I'm gonna have to reach out to the voice actors. And I'm gonna have to apologize to them as well. Because I had everything lined up, and maybe that's hubris. Maybe that's my own fault. Maybe that's my fault for being presumptuous and being arrogant and assuming that I would be able to get funded and assuming I would do better. And I didn't. I'm sorry. And I really wanted these voice actors, and I'm gonna have to apologize and explain that it didn't work out, that I didn't do well enough. I didn't do well enough on the game, I didn't market it well enough, I guess I didn't write it well enough, I didn't do enough to make it better, and there's nobody I can blame except for myself. Don't give up yet, extended a couple of weeks. Maybe new people would take notice and help with more funds. Well, maybe. I mean, you can always donate. I'm not gonna close donations, but if we don't make the goal by the end of today, then we will not unlock the Donothon rewards, you know, like beta testing, like monthly updates, like things like that. And I certainly cannot afford voice acting as it is now. But you can still donate, you just won't unlock any Donothon rewards. But we are supposed to record March 27th. Is it possible to have the VAs booked? I mean, I did ask availability, and they're very busy. You know, they're doing con circuits, you know, they're recording for shows and stuff and other projects. And, I can ask, I can beg, you know, I can ask, hey, it didn't work out. Would you be available maybe later in the year? But I'd still have to earn that money. I really wanted to do it when we were supposed to, which was the end of March and early April. And I had contracts already, and that's, you know, my arrogance, my hubris, my over-assumptiveness, and that's my fault. It's a tough time right now. I know it's easy to blame what's in reach, but times are tough right now. You can't hold this all over your own head. Well, I feel like it is, because it's my responsibility as the game developer to market it. I need a sip of water. Hold on. My throat hurts. And you know, I don't like getting upset on stream. It is embarrassing to cry on stream. It is embarrassing. It is mortifying. It is humiliating. And, you know, it's my stupid fault for, you know, I thought I did everything right. I thought I gave it enough time. I made the brand account in advance. I wrote the script in advance. But it's my fault for not doing better. And I'm really sorry. I'm still gonna do what I can. I'm still gonna do what I can. I'm gonna commission what I can. But I don't have enough for voice acting, and I don't have enough for the background to all of them. And I'm really sorry. And I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid. I'm like such a failure. And I'm sorry that you believed in me, only for me to fail, and I really appreciate all of your kindness. And all of you being so nice to me. But I don't want anybody to put themselves in the red, you know? I don't want anybody to sacrifice their financial well-being for my project. Probably call it a day before I cry on my keyboard and it gets all disgusting. I'm really sorry, chat. I've been posting your cool vi around to get eyes on it. Thank you. Thank you, Triple Rebound. I can't do voice acting right now. I can't do voice acting right now. My throat hurts too much. I'm sorry. But I really appreciate it. At the end of the stream, I will end it. And, you know, if, even if we reach, you know, 100% or even 80 or 90%, like I said, there will not be, Donothon rewards unlocked, and I'm sorry. I didn't get the momentum I was hoping, and I think that's my own fault for not, I don't know, I could have done more. I just didn't have enough. I didn't have the vertical slice I needed, so I'm gonna try my hardest to make a vertical slice, and maybe I can relaunch a campaign later in the year, maybe. And I can ask the voice actors if maybe they would be willing to later in the year. But I don't think so, because why would they sign on to a project that fails? even though they agreed. But I made the stupid assumption that I would have the money in hand, and I don't, and that's my fault. And I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming. Thank you, Lord Master Andrew. And thank you, Dog. And thank you, Pumpkin. Thank you, Kitty. And Triple Rebound. And Dark Vito. And Margarikane. And Jax. And Frankie. And Ezekiel. I think that's everyone. Did I miss anyone? Nanashi, Memento, Nimbly. I think that's everyone. Okay. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. I'm really, really sorry. I am gonna take a couple days off just to like recover with my throat being sore, and I'm not used to streaming every day, you know. Maybe on like Wednesday or Thursday I will stream. I'm just really sorry. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you later, and thank you to everyone who believed in this project, and thank you to everyone who tried their hardest and helped tell other people, and everyone who helped donate. It really means the world to me. Okay, bye bye.